Alright, hello everybody. Round number 13, the penultimate round of the 2018 Aero Pennzoil Truck Series season and series. I guess to kind of break the news to the channel, to the few of you who are actually going to watch this. Okay, that's just a link to the stream. There we go. The Truck Series is being folded in favor of a developmental league starting in 2019. MRT somewhat takes its place, but it's just that, instead of MRT being the fourth kind of league, into like fourth tier, I guess you can call it, Trucks is obviously going away. PTS will be the third, I guess the quote-unquote the new third tier. And there will be a developmental series coming in the future. Not a whole lot of details that we can discuss at the moment about that, but there will be some stuff going on in the future. There will be posts and such about that. Okay, qualifying is done. Cody Renesee on the pole, Tim Hutchinson Jr. starting to his outside. Kirill Yuganov, one of his better qualifying runs of his truck career thus far. It'll be 100 laps around the Chicago Motor Speedway, just as the MRT did. Hello? Someone... thought I was hearing something. Alright, let me restart this. Drive and retire. There are only 34 trucks in the field for this one. Olivier Desrosiers and the Stovelt Motorsports team did not show up this weekend, and reports suggest that they will not be showing up for Livonia either, that the team has ceased operations. No confirmation to that as of yet, but that is the hot rumor going around with that team. So, 34 trucks this week. Sure my stat thing is right here in my scoreboard. Keep that up for you. Trying to do my best to not do this the entire time. So we'll keep that up. You guys can keep track of the top 10. I'll periodically scroll through it that way. Renesee leads the field. The green flag gets a nice start. Stephen Garrett lagged back quite a bit on the start here. Hopefully there weren't any issues with anybody. They're fanning out already. Frame's not liking me right now. Really, really not liking me. Hutchinson Jr. has the top spot on the outside so far. Renesee keeps the battle alive, though, with his teammate Lyuganov just behind him. It looks like Hutchinson Jr.'s got him clear. Heading down through turns number 1 and 2. Lyuganov settling right behind him, and behind the 87 is the 84 of Rachel Gardner in 4th. And behind him, Case Schuyler running out the top 5. Got a nice view of the back of the field on the ticker. Charles Daughtry and just Dustin Bowden make up the caboose right now. So Powell Racing Development not off to the start that they would like to be on. Looks like Daughtry's gotten around Bowden, though, and looks like Jack Jefferson might fall victim to the 60 truck. At the line, they were dead even that time by. 60 truck just edged him out by 100th of a second. As we're single file at the moment, Schuyler losing ground to Gardner in the 84 truck. Darren Reynolds right behind the 96. Not sure if Reynolds will be back. Doesn't look likely, but seeing Zombie Motorsports, or it will be called let me look it up here, but they will go under a different name for the 2019 season. Checking my messages right now. Hey, let me link it to you, Eric. Okay, I'll also link it here. Okay, back to the action. Another lap gone by. Nothing has really changed. Skyler to the... should be challenged, I think, by... or no, Yugonov dropping back quite a bit in that 87 truck. Ooh, the 84 and the 13. A little bit of contact there. Gardner shoving her way to the inside, making her presence known early on in this race. Exiting turn 4 on lap number 5, coming to take lap number 6, move Rachel Gardner to the second position. The ACS Racing truck. Vitor Souza now making up the back of the field. There appears rumors have gone around that Daughtry has been pursued by Simmons Racing for the 2019 season. No word on how the negotiations have gone. But looks like Daughtry and Santiago as well. Nick Santiago in the 61, who I believe owns or co-owns. He does have ownership in some capacity in the 61 truck. He drives for his own team. Obviously, looking at the 61, and he's had. Well, let's take a look before I mislabel how his season's gone again. Gonna be super conscious about that from here on out. I better be. Charles Daughtry in 12th in points with his moving up from with his win, 12 spots to, or 7 spots, excuse me, to 12th. Meanwhile, Dustin Bowden 19th, Nick Santiago in 24th in the point standings. Currently trying to challenge Zachary Fitzwater for the 26th position. Not happening at the moment for the 61. Jimmy Barley, this 24 truck going around Daniel Boyle's crack in the top 20 here. Not sure where he's going to be at the end of this season. We believe he's a UFA under this contract structure, under this salary structure, I guess I should call it, right in front of Dean Roberts, who is leading by 63 points over Klein Austin in the point standings. 52 truck. Be interesting to see what he does in these final couple races, but Klein Austin not inside the top 10 at the moment. My headset. Roberts, hound in the back of the 24 of Barley. Let's go on board with him. Okay, I'm getting nervous. I'm just going to crash because of the frame drops. Taking the high line through 1 and 2 here. He's got a 99 of Quiros underneath him. No, that's 45 of it. I should have learned from Friday night. Or was it Thursday? Whichever. It was Thursday night. Well, I didn't learn. The game just decided to crash on me out of nowhere. Hi, Eric. Just saw your message. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not driving anyway. Why must it do this to me? Really? New headphones, I swear. So annoying. Okay, take 2 of qualifying. Let's sim through it. This time Wyatt Trois is on the pole. Zachary Fitzwater in second. Okay. Sorry that I'm not like Nick and I'm not silent through the entire thing. Etoile, Fitzwater, Barley, Skyler, and that is the, if I can see it, the 99 of Quiros. I can see the orange and blue. Meanwhile, his teammate Vitor Souza starting dead last. this go around. See the results from qualifying. So if that happens again, we will have this same starting lineup. Should have learned. And pace truck is in. Green flag is in the air. Etoile with a nice start. Caught Fitzwater and Co. sleeping. Dean Roberts jumping to the inside of Darren Reynolds in the 48. I meant to check what their team name was. There is a 2019 chart up on the forum, and that should be telling. Kylix Motorsports. Kylix Motorsports. Ooh, we've got some 3-wide action going on in the back. Hosokawa in a 3-wide spot with Voiles and Jefferson. So he'll win this battle out for the time being. Oh, until they got to turn 1, then he checked up. Jack Jefferson Jr. third in points. This 04 truck. Rachel Gardner has been signed. Just a quick tidbit on her because I had gotten on the topic of Kylix Motorsport. Rachel Gardner is going to be driving the 48 car in MRT for Kylix Motorsport, the team that Darren Reynolds currently drives for. Ooh, close quarters between herself and the 91 of Kane Abe. It's 3-wide again right there. Actually, they are 3-wide. Ooh, they're 4-wide. For a moment, Lyuganov, Santiago, and that's Patterson in the 51. They make it work for now. Ooh, I'm not liking the look of this though. Heading down into turn number 1. Giving each other just enough room to make it work. Looks like Santiago's going to clear Patterson there. So crisis averted. The 2 Sauer Enterprises trucks running, I think, 11th and 13th now. Yep. Garrett up to 11th, Marley down to 13th. And taking a look at the team charts for MRT, doesn't look like they'll be running their tentative team chart that we've assembled. ANS team chart for 2019. So it doesn't look like either one of these drivers will be back with the team. At least that doesn't appear to be rumored at this time. That could obviously change. Stephen Garrett, only 18 years old, very one of the youngsters in the series, so I'm sure he will get snatched up by some team, whether it be a high-profile team or not. I'm sure he will maintain a spot in the AARO at some point, with the hopes of making ARS. As with anybody, looks like Tim Hutchinson Jr. checking up there on the inside just a little bit. Garrett trying to get a run on the outside. If we make it happen, we've already made it further than we did the last attempt. Moving back up to the business end of the field, the top 3 have pulled away by a large margin. Etoile, Skyler, and Scott Greer in the 25 truck. Also up in the mix, got some draft from Skyler here. He might have a run for second in about a lap or 2. Lucas Cronenberg in the 85. All the show TA trucks running very well. Eduardo Julien inside the top 5. And then there's Jonathan Stern in the 33rd, as this shows. So almost 3 seconds separates Trois from Lucas Cronenberg, who now faces pressure from Eduardo Julian, so I'm sure that deficit is going to increase as the top 3 are in open air at this point. Trois with a 32.745 that time by, 32.73 for Skyler, and a 32.70 for Scott Greer. And Skyler with the fastest lap of the race so far with a 32.59. No one else has hit the 32.5 second bracket at this point. Arsenio Quiros in this 99 truck. This team has not announced any plans as far as what series they might be going or if they're continuing in AARO for 2019. Not exactly certain if they will. Not much has really been said about these guys. As Dean Roberts has been confirmed to be heading to the AAA National Series next year with the strong championship fight that he's had, and he makes a strong dive underneath his teammate and Darren Reynolds there. Get himself well inside the top 10. Just depends on if Hutchinson Jr. gets a nice run on exit here. Looks like he does. Gets good enough of a run. They're behind Zachary Fitzwater right now. Rachel Gardner's going to make it 3 wide into 1 and 2. Looks like Roberts is still going to win out, though. Roberts up to P8. It's the top 3 really close now. Looks like that draft for Skyler and Greer really paying off as they are all over the back bumper of Trois. Skyler not quite making a move just yet, biding his time, waiting for when he's going to make the move, and it looks like Julien has cut the lead now under to 2 seconds. The gap from Trois to Julien under 2 seconds at this point. Skyler to the inside of Trois. Looks like he's going to clear him for the lead. So move the 96 truck up to P number 1. Give him some laps led as we take lap 14. Looks like Trois now going to get shuffled out of second. Scott Greer posing a challenge. Although Trois uses the outside to his advantage, now that brings Eduardo Julien into the picture for third. And if they're not careful, Lucas Cronenberg in this 85 truck might make a run. Although 32.96 last time by compared to a 32.57 for Julien. 32.56 fastest lap for Cronenberg so far this race. .52.54. This will be one of the fastest laps. Scrolling back here, Christopher Nielsen in the 37 car truck. Likely to be back with Revolver Motorsports. They just haven't determined where exactly he's going to be, but either MRT or ANS, it looks like, for Christopher Nielsen. And rumors seem to suggest that MRT will be the more likely home for the young Danish driver, who does seem to have a bit of uncapped potential for this team, but he is signed through next season. And he's very happy with the situation that he's at. Ty Warner of AARO.com spoke with him a few weeks ago. He said that he was very happy, very thankful for the situation that he's in, very thankful for the opportunity that he has gotten with this team, despite the, I guess, limited resources they have compared to the AARS-affiliated teams, such as, you know, Sauer, JN, Richer, Carson, etc. But he said that he's enjoyed the experience that he's gotten. He's enjoyed the time that he's had in the truck series. It's taught him a lot about American racing and oval racing especially. But he said obviously the road courses are his favorite, being, this is his forte. Running in 22nd right now, going to gain a spot here on Martin Jackson. Speaking of Martin Jackson, he looks to be going to the AAA National Series in the 02. However, said that he prefers trucks over stock cars. Has driven trucks in regional series before. Has obviously driven stock cars when he's had to, when he's been, put in one. Obviously, as far as rides go, he's going to take whatever he can get. But Holiday Incorporated, he's been a mainstay there for years, and it doesn't look like that's going to be changing anytime soon. As peering just briefly at Holiday's contract situation, we scramble around here, getting in front. Dustin Bowden and Darrell Lawton battling for 19th. Bowden diving it deep into turn 1 on the outside. Looks like he almost had him cleared to the quarter panel, but not quite. Although Bowden gets a nice run off the corner, and now he will clear Darrell Lawton in the 7 truck. Unknown if Popeyes Racing will be back in any capacity. They might be looking at a potential Marathon Regional Tour return, but nothing has been announced yet, obviously. Lawton might have gotten into the back of Bowden there, putting the bumper to him just ever so slightly. Gets underneath him. There's a battle in front of these guys as well between Arnold Mack and San Diego winner Cody Renesee. And Renesee, we're not sure where he's going to be come next season. Holiday Jackson signed through next season. He'll be a UFA at the end of next year, but that shouldn't be a problem. Jackson said he's very content with just being in the truck series and being able to mentor the younger drivers in the sport. And some of the young names like Jacob Sambrook, Martyros Fermani, and Guy Bounier this year has said that he's learned quite a bit from Jackson and the years of experience that he has behind the wheel. So Martin Jackson going to be returning to the AARO. Obviously not in the same capacity. No one will be returning in the same capacity. Arnold Mack, who is just a few spots ahead of these guys, will also be in the MRT. I believe driving the number 32 car. Might be bringing JetBlue with him. I don't recall for certain, but Arnold Mack will return to this team next year, putting some pressure on Zachary Fitzwater for 16th, excuse me. Mack had gotten around Renesee for 17th. Just a bit further ahead, looks like Justin Patterson's going to get himself inside the top 10. Going to put all 3 JN Motorsports trucks inside the top 10 unless Garrett fights back on the high line. Looks like he's going to do just that. Trying to hang on to the position. Gardner with a top 10 run at the moment, running an 8th. Or sorry, no, that's 9th for the 84 truck. Dean Roberts doing his championship bid a lot of good. Highest running of the top 3 in points. I'm pretty sure tied for the series lead in top 10s with 6. He's tied with Stephen Garrett, Jun Hosokawa, Darrell Lawton, Case Schuyler, and second place in points, Klein Austin. Speaking of Austin, we'll see where he's at the moment. 27th right now. Looks like he'll lose another spot to Lucas Knight, so Austin not having a very strong run in this 3 machine. Not sure what this team will be doing either. There's several teams who still need to decipher their 2019 plans. They still have plenty of time. They have the entire offseason to figure all that out and decide what they're going to do. But trucks also very expensive to build and maintain, the chassis and such. So AARO looking to cut costs as far as team management goes. Austin and Jack Jefferson Jr. They're second and third, or third and second in points in that order. Neither one of them have any sponsorship on their trucks either, which makes it a lot more impressive that they're contending with such a high-profile team like JN Motorsports. As Austin and Jefferson do a battle for the 26th spot at the current moment. Scrolling down, yep. 35 of Julien is in the lead now. Way to be cognizant of the battle for the lead. Julien and Skyler far and away in the lead right now. Greer drops to fourth. He's facing pressure from Lucas Cronenberg in the 85 truck. Cronenberg should be back. I believe he will be in the 84 car. The 84 Lumber signed aboard to ACS Racing not too long ago. As well, I mean, a lot of these deals have already been put into place. ACS Racing just took a while to announce them closer towards the end of the season to formally announce these kind of deals. So the 84 Lumber Toyota in the AAA National Series will be piloted by this man, Cronenberg, and let's take a look at his statistics for this season. Cronenberg, fourth actually in points, 112 back, so he's still mathematically eligible for the title, but with Dean Roberts running in seventh, that doesn't prove to be a good omen for anybody who's looking to get up there and contend for the championship. See, the highest running of the Show TA trucks is Scott Greer in 18th. 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s for this 25 truck, directly in front of Lucas Cronenberg. Let's go on the rear chase camera here. Looking at this 25 Chevrolet sponsored Chevrolet Silverado. And Show TA very quietly has come to life as of late as far as their development program goes. From the MRT side of things, they've been very strong. But I don't think they had an AS program this year. I could be wrong in that regard. Oh no, Fallon. Wayne, what am I talking about? Wayne Saunders is leading the points. What am I? I don't know. You gotta watch out for things like these when I say that. As Greer and Cronenberg, 4th and 5th. Currently, as Julien and Skyler continue to run away with this one. Michael Craig and Jimmy Barley making up the back of the field. Charles Daughtry not too far ahead of them. Let's see, Craig is entering turn 3. Julien is exiting turn 2, so perhaps lap traffic is not too far away for this 35 truck. And the 96 as well. Let's go TV2 here. Shake it up a bit. Julien crossing the stripe that time by 33.06, compared with 33.09 for Skyler. So they appear to be on rather even pace. Greer putting the pressure on his rookie teammate Etoile for the third spot. Greer had to check up just a little bit there to avoid running into his teammate. Very similar looking paint schemes on the 25. Actually, all of the Show TA trucks share the same base, just that different color combinations, obviously different sponsorship, different numbers to tell them apart. It looks like they're facing pressure from Cronenberg in the 85, who edges ever so slightly the 25 of Greer at the line. Not like it matters much. As Greer goes underneath, uses the draft from his teammate to go to hang on to the 4th spot. Arsenio Quiroz running in 6th, feeling a little bit of heat, seems like, from Dean Roberts in the 52 truck. Ways behind him, Hutchinson Jr. in the 50, who is 6th in points. 147 back, he's still got a shot, but it's a long one. Darrell Lawton running 7th. He's 20 points behind Hutchinson Jr. here, so it's questionable as to truly how accurate their title ambitions are going to be. Steven Garrett still fighting inside the top 10. Kirill Yuganov all over the back bumper. The 27 now. He make a move entering turn 3. Doesn't quite look like it. Oh, puts the bumper to him. Didn't quite move him out of the way like Yuganov thought it would. Sniffing the top 10 right now is the Russian driver. In the RAC, the Russian Automobile Championship. It's been a hotbed for the Yuganov. Apparently a few teams have been interested in his services, although he appears to be under contract until next season. So it looks like he will stick with Richard Racing for now. Nice move underneath Garrett. Looks like it's going to pay off for him. Because now he moves up into 10th. Ugh. My semester starts tomorrow and I'm tired. This isn't good. Skyler kind of by his lonesome here in second. About a second and a half, roughly, behind Julian. It's Jimmy Barley being caught by Eduardo Julian. That's lap time of 33.35. And that is the slowest lap. The slowest, fastest lap that anyone's ran so far. So you've got Austin, Reynolds, and Hosokawa. Don't know if the Jinsei team will be back for next season. Stern, Fitzwater, and Knight doing battle for 26th. Knight's going to win that one out. As Jefferson's distanced himself from Klein Austin. And he's 46 points behind the 3 truck, so he's going to need to pick it up a little more. He's going to need to distance himself further from the 3 truck if he wants to have a shot at second before Livonia hits. Running just behind Greg Vlasic in the 9 truck, and Vlasic has been told that he will not return to the Holiday Incorporated stable, as they have quite a few prospects signed, and well, frankly, the priority selection is going to help that out. Going to add a few more drivers, more up-and-coming prospects to their pool. Looks like Jefferson's taking my advice here. Dick diving underneath the 9 truck, trying to make the move happen. Can't quite seal it. Boyle's trying to fight on the outside as well in the 81 machine. Don't know what his plans are exactly next season. Rumor has it that he might take his program to the MRT or the ANS. But I would be pretty confident in saying that it would be the AAA National Series where Voiles ends up. But obviously time will tell, as Jinsei teammates of Kane Abe and Yoshiko Sakamoto running 15th and 16th right now. Decent runs, not great runs, but decent runs. Nick Santiago holding on to 13th right now. Arnold Mack trying to challenge him for that position. Steven Garrett in the 12 truck falls outside the top 10. Yuganov does as well. They fall into the clutches of Justin Patterson. It's all over the back bumper of Gardner now for the 9th position. And there's all 3 of the JN trucks inside the top 10, 7th, 8th, and 10th, with Roberts leading the way in that regard. Roberts has led 14% of the laps this season, second to Cody Renessy in the 13 truck, who's led 159 total laps. And Julian's caught the tail end of the field. Okay, Jesus, that scared the hell out of me. Thinking something was wrong. So my mom texted me in all caps. Whew! Okay, okay. Wow. Just saying, praying you have a good day tomorrow. Yada yada yada. New semester, senior year. This is nuts. You know, I got into this when I was like a freshman in high school, and I've just kind of stuck with it. It's been fun doing this. You know, I'm glad that we got this back together, and you know, we're still doing this. Kind of transformed it into something different, into something our own. You know, instead of just being a NASCAR clone. Which, hey, I mean, to some extent, you really can't help if it's NR, because it's a game that's made for NASCAR. You know, based on NASCAR cars, it was made in 03, so. No Zachary Fitzwater. And Darren Reynolds looks like they're going to do battle for position in case Skyler ends up getting held up here by that battle going on. Eduardo Julian still moving somewhat decently through. Running around the outside of Michael Craig for the, well, who's running 31st. Craig not exactly willing to let him go at the moment. But he technically does have the right to battle for that position on the lead lap, but it's just kind of, it's a nice thing to do. Just let him go. Just, he's faster, he's probably going to lap you anyway. And it looks like that's exactly what the 22 truck does, at least for now. Julien goes through. 30 trucks left on the lead lap. Looks like Austin, Stern, Hosokawa, and Daughtry be the next ones to fall victim to the 35 truck. These guys keeping it nice and clean. Kudos to them. Having a nice clean race, trying not to tear each other up. Ian Roberts obviously got to be extra careful to not put himself in jeopardy of DNFing or losing spots because of an accident. He's running back in 7th right now. Test something out here. Just past the halfway mark, Eduardo Julian taking lap number 52. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on the RPM TV, I guess. I don't know. Eduardo Julian, your leader here in Chicago. And we are back. Number 54 out of 100. Julian's still obviously in command of this one, as you've seen. He's got the fastest lap of the race right now, putting pressure on Jun Hosokawa. Put a lap down. Stream brought to you by Water and Cheese Sticks. As Julien makes a move underneath Hosokawa. Trying to make it 28 trucks left on the lead lap. Hardwood Mac up to 12. And ironically, truck number 12. Wait, 13. What? Apparently I was wrong. Position number 13. Santiago is in 12th right now. Solid run. Okay, now Mac trying to make it P12 for truck 12. Not successful at the moment. Santiago currently doesn't have a ride lined up for 2019. At least nothing confirmed, but we can rest assured that if he doesn't find anything elsewhere, that he will return with his team, probably to the MRT. Rumors have gone around that he may be thinking of expanding to the ANS. Wouldn't shock anybody, really. Honestly, would kind of be encouraged. We'd like to see more user involvement. We've been happy that, you know, guys like Eric and Nate and Nick and other Nick have gotten involved in track, and Vinny, even though Vinny's not around much anymore. But, you know, he's got life and stuff to deal with. Don't we all? Steven Garrett falling into the clutches of the 61 and the 12. Santiago looked high out of the corner, but he ducks low. Ooh, nearly contact between Santiago and Mac right there. Robert's trying to put pressure on Quiroz to take the 6th spot. Every point helps. So every position is key for this 52 truck. And Julien in the pits, I assume a scheduled stop from the lead. Doesn't look like anyone else is in. Oh! Not sure what's up with the 35 truck. Maybe a problem. He is not moved. He got the tires changed. Maybe it stalled out when he tried to shift it. He's in first gear right now. So we're not sure. It's heartbreaking though for Julien. 2K Skylar been putting pressure on Lucas Knight in the 83 truck. Approaching lap 66. Speaking, well, yeah, Lucas Knight being passed. Say good night to the lead lap. Nope, trying to fight back. Can't do it. Looks like Bowden is in, Nielsen is in, Jackson, Hutchinson Jr., Julian's still in his pit stall. Whatever issues that he's having is he's still not gotten them resolved. Jackson's in, the 50 truck got himself parked awful sideways in his stall. Well, they got around to that left side fine still, so. And he's off and away. So the rest of the leaders are in. Hosokawa is in. Looks like a few people still staying out, I would imagine. Some shuffling going on. Don't think Skylar's pit yet. Nope, yes he has. Just got out of the pits actually. Lap number nice. Oh, Cody Renessy still. Oh, front, where is he? Oops, wrong one. Nope, Renessy is in. So he sacrificed the lead. Presume that Skylar has retaken it, but we'll have to wait and see. It's kind of hard to keep up with all the pit cycling going on. Yep, Case Skylar's reclaimed the lead. White Etois is second, Scott Greer third, Cronenberg fourth, and Quiroz fifth. So Quiroz goes underneath Cronenberg for fourth. Cronenberg trying to fight back on the high line. Looks like he'll do it. Quiroz not going down without a fight. He's in just a little bit deeper in three. This time through. Dead heat to the line. Looks like Cronenberg edges him out by 2/100ths. finishes the battle off at turn 2. Julian's still in the pits. Daughtry goes a lap down. Jonathan Stern looks to be next. Skyler not in any rush. Doesn't look like he's got a 6.5 second lead. Well, under that now. Still 6 seconds, but biding his time. Now he goes underneath Stern. Go through. Pretty stern move, if you will. I'm sorry. I'll be here all week, though. Skyler moves through. So there's not going to be much stopping him from romping away with this one. Unless lap traffic gets in the way. Or a caution. Correction, a caution before 10 laps to go. So if there are cautions before, after 10 laps to go or afterward, there's single file restarts. Say there's a caution with like 13 to go when they restart on lap number 91. They'll be single file. They don't do double file restarts. Because that was the rule at the time when this game came out. Hennessy and Vlasic 20th and 21st right now. Boyle's right behind him, 22nd. Jack Jefferson Jr. has pulled himself up to 19th, while Austin drops to 28th. So this is exactly what Jefferson Jr. needed if he wants to at least get second. I don't think he'll have a whole lot in the say of how Dean Roberts does. Roberts in 6th right now. About 9/10 of a second behind the number 99 of Quiros. Actually, way less than that now. I think Barley getting in the way of the 99 truck. For sure. 32:41 last time by Roberts' fastest lap of the race. Looks like Roberts is going to go high. That might be the smart move if Barley decides to go low here. 24 is fast enough to really kind of challenge for track position. Roberts to the outside of Quiros as the 24 has been going low in the corners. He runs it wide though, pushed maybe a little too hard on entrance. Loses some time to the 99 of Quiros. That might open the door for the 99 truck to get around Barley. Kirill Leonov in 7th. Not a bad run for the Russian. Look at the spectator camera here. From the main grandstand, just past the start-finish line. And, wait, nope, go back. Okay. 17th. That's your only reaction. Yes. Looking at the MRT team chart, I know I'm missing action probably, and I'm sorry. Just kidding. There's really nothing going on. TV1. Oh, I was mistaken. Daniel Boyle's getting passed by the 52 of Dean Roberts. Looks like Lyuganov's going to follow suit. 5.7 seconds the gap. Actually, less than that now between Skyler and Greer. So it looks like Scott Greer is gaining on the 99 truck, but he's got a lot of lap traffic to contend with before he can get to Skyler. 2019 team chart. Smart guy. Lyuganov in the 87 truck. That was what I was trying to find earlier. Lyuganov has been announced to be running the 34 car next season. The car that Carter Davids has been running, or did run this past season. Ricky Green ran it before him in the Marathon Regional Tour. So Lyuganov will be back with this team. And Roberts has gotten around Quiroz. Let's take a look at how that happened. Did so a lap ago, and I just wasn't paying attention. Using the outside lane to his advantage. Dean Roberts is in the top 5. Looks like Justin Patterson's going to get in the mix for at least 6th. But Roberts has got to be loving the draft that Jimmy Barley's giving him now. He's just got to find the strength to get around him. Lap 83, 18 laps to go. That time by. Skyler's reopened that gap back to 5.7 seconds over Scott Greer. 24 trucks left in the lead. Lap Hosokawa has managed to stave off being put a lap down. Christopher Nielsen, the latest victim. Or no, Nielsen's battling with Hosokawa. That's Dustin Bowden in the 62 truck. He will be back with Powell Racing Development in the Marathon Regional Tour. Pretty sure driving the 62 car next season instead of it being a truck. Pretty sure sponsorship and all that is currently undecided, but once again, plenty of time for that to be deciphered and then announced and all that. So honestly, we're thinking about just doing like a month of IRL, just like a month of off season, just to get everything painted, get everything set up the way we want it to. And hey, we're busy people too, you know, we got you know, our own lives to take care of. Nielsen, Hosokawa, and Voiles all doing battle for 22nd. Looks like Nielsen trying to make a move underneath his Chevy counterpart in Voiles. Can't make it happen. Voiles hangs out of the spot. Looks like Hosokawa might be taking 23rd on the outside. Nope, doesn't quite look, not quite yet. But he had a challenge for sure. Oh no, Nielsen checked up through 3 and 4, I should say. Hosokawa gonna get the run on the outside. Jun Hosokawa up to 23rd. Renesi just hanging on to the top 20. Yoshiko Sakamoto in 19th. Jack Jefferson 18th. Ooh. 3-car battle for 15th. Not much of a battle right now, but introducing Pennzoil Truck Series 13 with Battle Royale. Robert Corral announces Pennzoil Truck Series 3. Despacito 3. What else? Okay, so Dean Roberts, the only JN truck. Why do I keep saying JNN? I don't get it. The only JN truck inside the top 10. Patterson and Hutchinson Jr. have fallen off as the race is going on. Nick Santiago's on the rise though in the 61 machine. He's gonna go 3 wide here with Fitzwater and Quiroz. Looks like Quiroz is gonna clear him here though. Santiago gets the draft for the 99. Pulls ahead of Fitzwater. Looks like Steven Garrett's going to follow suit as Arnold Mack gets trapped behind Fitzwater. He's going to move down to 9th place at the moment. Might actually drop to 10th if Lyuganov can get up there. Lyuganov, kind of a quiet guy with the media off the track and such. Keeps himself kind of he's very very quiet, very introverted in terms of like disclosing things to the media. Roberts welling away in 5th. Looks like Cronenberg, if he keeps getting held up, might be in jeopardy of losing 4th. Roy Etoile trying to go around Daughtry. He's in 3rd. Reynolds going to Carson Crompton's team, and Crompton's splitting from ACS. I'm sure it's just a coincidence that he's getting in the 85's way a little bit here. He's really holding up the 85 right now. Well, not terribly, but you have the 52 truck coming behind you. You don't want to keep losing time. As Etoile goes underneath Michael Craig, he shows that very clearly, not willing to lose a whole lot of time. Jonathan Stern, 28, just in front of him, not posing much of a threat to his teammate. As under 10 to go now. And around this time, 9 laps to go for one Mr. Schuyler. And another commercial. Oh, what I should have done was like played "Let's All Go to the Lobby," like when I stepped away. Oh well. Seven to go. Hosokawa, Nielsen, and Vlasic have all been caught. Schuyler stays behind Hosokawa for some reason. Etoile, a big distance back. Cronenberg has fallen into the clutches of Dean Roberts here. Roberts making a move to the high side. Roberts not done. He's trying to get all the spots that he can, and he might have a shot at 3rd here if Roy Etoile keeps getting held up. If he can't negotiate these lap cars. What a year it's been for Dean Roberts. What a roller coaster it's been. He was going to start at Holiday Incorporated. Likely was probably going to drive the 03 car had he not been traded. But then he was dealt to JN Motorsports for Aaron Parker, and boy, what a move it has been, and it has benefited the JN Motorsports team greatly. Bigly. Now, the 52 right behind Etoile. Only question is, can he catch him with 5 laps remaining? Daughtry runs it wide, so looks like Roberts isn't going to be hampered too much there. Cronenberg drops back. Take him out of the picture. Etoile goes a little wide to avoid Darren Reynolds. Dean Roberts trying to pounce here. 52 machine. Trying to get to the bottom step of the podium. Etoile to check up a little bit there. Roberts has to check up on the inside, though. Opens the door for Cronenberg. Once again. Just when you thought he was out of it. Lines on this track are kind of weird. Now Roberts is forced to the inside by Michael Craig. 3 to go. Checks up again. Cronenberg caught behind him this time, so he's going to hang on to 4th. Heading into 3. He's going to try and get underneath Craig here. He dives and he makes the move stick. 2 laps to go for Case Schuyler, who has about 5 seconds over Scott Greer. Etoile has lost third spot to Roberts. This is exactly what this 52 truck needed to do. Get himself as many spots as he could, and he's done just that. White flag in the air this time by one more lap to go as Julian's still in the pits. Never able to get that issue sorted. Unfortunate break for him. But Case Schuyler has been unopposed for majority of this race. Through turns 3 and 4, a well-deserved victory for this 96 truck. Case Schuyler will cross the line to win the Navistar 100 here in the Chicago Motor Speedway. A well-deserved win for the Hackett American Racing Team. And Schuyler in the championship was in 5th. This win is gonna boost him quite a bit. Might actually, well, it depends. It's tough to say if he got around Cronenberg. Cronenberg still finished 5th. Nope, and stupid happening behind because pacing. Because that's where the LP goes for the pits. So they all kind of slow down and check up right there, and there's a gaggle of them, so there's going to be some congestion. Well, you get some Claritin for that. That appears to be that. Alright, awesome. Okay, game just decides to close. Yeah, well. I put race 13 in the title. Shoot. Whoops. I could not have said that, and that would... Whatever. You know what? Second to last truck race. Bye.